it sings about the fact that he's a pirate.
Forgive me, Anjin-sama, but I think you should remember your oath is to Toaranaga-sama, and not to the orders that brought you here.
That she knows of.
Your crimes against the Portuguese. I've read them in your own words. It will be useful for you to know our Lord will never be turned against your enemies.
And it will be useful for you to be reminded that we are at war. Those were Catholics trying to kill him in Osaka.
Yes, trying to kill you.
Because they fear what I cannot fear. A modern navy ships built for war would be to his benefit. How's that?
Just to make the earthquake.
Yes, an earthquake.
Baby what?
You never felt one? Ishido? They are already here! Time to test the cannons, no?
戦支度をしておるようじゃの。お主の後ろ見じゃ。大阪に戻り、大老兵に双心なき胸を改めて誓い宣言を受けようと渡してある。
Time to choose a side.
夫はあると思うさ。
それがしを殺せば、石野様が天下で失うことになるぞ。
されば心は決まっておるとな。
They're asking you to choose, to take a side, definitely.
いいか、遠からず戦の始まる。お主は石野様からその戦に勝つための唯一の手立てを奪う気か。あの万事で終わってまいった大筒は、それがしがこれまで見てきた大筒の者たちが切りしたって金玉を縮み合わせる代物よ。今夜はここに泊まってくれ。明日大筒の兵士がそれを見て役に立たぬと思うたからことが見慎んで石野様に差しますぞ。
よかろう。
Yes, except maybe something else can happen during this night. You know, I'm thinking about his nephew, all of that.
大筒の兵士の見物なさる。何故じゃ。我らの大筒に何ができるかお目にかけるためでござる。
Making bed with your enemy.
拙者は父上のためなら命も捨てる覚悟でござる。
You're the funniest.
父上、行けば切腹は免れませんぞ。
逃げ場がない。理不尽でももはや万事休すじゃ。
手立てがあるやもしれません。
I wanted to apologize for the way I behaved when I was first brought here.
安心様が無礼を詫びたいとおせでございまする。
I believe this is how you offer gifts to excuse my crude napping. Ask that she accepts this gift as a gesture of my gratitude.
You bought something for her?
Those are the best guns Sally can have, and I'll miss that one greatly.
この鉄砲をくださるそうでございまする。私にはこれをどう扱えばいいのやら。
Defend yourself if you need.
She's the most fearsome lady in the Japans.
これで安心様の身を守れるようにと。
That's not what he said.
安心様なりの優しさでございましょう。亡き父の形見にござりまする。安心様にお伝えくださいまし。私は刀も持っておらんの方の性質にはなれませんと。
You're offering your father's sword?
They are a symbol of your late father's bravery.
I can't accept this.
何卒お納めくださりませ。富士様 rightly points out that, as Hatamoto, it is not proper for you to have no swords to carry, so you must accept.
形家のごじりまする。
ござりますると申します。
上善目が我らの策を一度に中心することを危惧しておりまする。
恥ずかしいゲストの目が。
お父に文を送ったのでございましょう。お指図はおいでか。
誰も彼もわしを見くびっておる。父上も同じようなことを言うとった。自ら動くな。敵がしくじるまで待てとな。
我らが置かれたこの深刻な状況を
You're trying to push him to do what?
お分かりいただくことさえできれば。
父上が人の話を聞かぬからな。
力合わせ敵に我らの戦略を披露するしか手はないのでございまする。
Ah, you're trying to push him to
父上に文を
kill kill the guy sent by Ishido? No. Eh?
Sorry. Fuji-Sama said you were off on a walk. I'm happy to see you have changed your mind about bathing.
You can't sit.
I came here to thank you for your gift to Fuji-Sama. It was very meaningful for her to receive.
As her gift was to me.
Please show us that.
I have not told you my family name, but it is well known in Japan. Many years ago, a great injustice stole everything from me. For a long time, I have been unable to seek resolution for what happened. But recently, Toaranaga fought me away.
What sort of resolution?
The right to finish her life.
And here I see much woman. And one who owes me no explanations.
What is the name of it again? In the city of your birth?
London.
What would you do there? On a night like this?
Fuck a war.
Like you with me. All the way from Japan's. When we toured the grounds, Richmond Palace. Sit down for a stuffing dinner, and then to make up for it, I take us all to see a play.
And after that?
Suppose we go for a walk.
Yes.
We eat some poor street. Along the Thames. Runs right through the city, and at night it's quite something.
Having a date without having a
You
date?
must treat yourself.
That was it.
All the ways life seems to leave you wrecked. It'll just disappear.
And then you are free.
Yes.
Bonjour! It would happen at some point. Not a surprise. Again, I don't think that it's necessary to have a love relationship in a show like that, but why not? At least she's not just defined by a role of being a love interest. She has more to offer to the show.
Rain's very beautiful today. Rain.
Do you know Fuji-Sama?
You seem in good spirits.
As I should be.
The courtesan was acceptable then. I'm glad to hear it. Fuji-Sama and I thought she would make a pleasing gift.
I don't understand you, but that was a very thoughtful gift.
Playing that game? Oh, okay.
今日の演習の的は長門殿が自ら手配されたものじゃ。長門殿は三角でも食っていけそうでござるか。のう。長門殿、そろそろ始められてはいかがかな。
Kid.
引け引け。あ、面白い。
I do not know.
まだそうで俺にはもはや我慢がならず一体どうなされた刀を収めなされ上善度が5体を残したにござるぞ
And he attacked first. When he's on that, he wouldn't have done it.
牛井虎川の息子牛井中野が命じたことじゃとんでもない挑発行為にござるぞ I'm going to stop him.
Do not intervene.
これは侍の戦い方ではない Adjust there.
It is war.
Yes, that was a declaration of war. You know, we can be like, no matter what, it needed to happen at some point, the declaration of war and all. But I really think that you shouldn't be the one to declare the war, to begin the things first. And in fact, your dad maybe needed more time than what he had right there to prepare himself. To prepare his men, to have more men in fact, to maybe make deals with other lords, with other people. Clearly, son, that was wrong, and that was your ego talking right there. Manipulated well by the nephew. The young generation, you know, the fact that they were humiliated, mocked that much. Together they managed to know to... Oh, the kids were treated badly, we should show them and all. And that's it. You just showed what you wanted to show, the fact that it's enough, you're not gonna accept for anyone to mock you anymore. Cool, but you just began the war. And again, I think that your dad needed more time than what you gave him right there. Your dad didn't want to be the one to begin the war because it's not really honorable also, like... I had to take a little break because my neighbor is making a lot of sound, so because of that I couldn't continue the review. I just saw that I have exactly the same outfit for this episode 3 and 4 than for the episode 1 and 2. I swear I'm filming on different days. I think that it's like 2 weeks of difference between the episode 1 and today. Like, I swear I'm changing my outfit, you know, I'm not always wearing it, I swear. I think that my neighbor finished with all of the sounds. If it's continuing, I'm sorry, but I can't wait for a long time, you know, for him to finish, to clean his apartment and making so much noise doing so. Okay, I was talking about the young generation, about the son, his ego, the fact that he did it like that, but it was not honorable, and his father is not gonna appreciate it for sure, because he just declared war and you shouldn't be the first to do it, because it was not honorable. And I think that his father believes into that kind of stuff, you know, wants to continue with that traditional way to do stuff. Also because he disobeyed just right there. Even if you know his father, he has all of that thing about you have no friend, everyone can turn to be your enemy and all. No matter what, that it's not good at all to do something like that. The fact that the traitor, like, you know, right there, they asked you to choose a side, to pick a side finally, and you couldn't do it even now. You asked, you know, for more time to show what the canons would do. Like, come on, you're gonna come back home and you're gonna tell them this information. At least it's gonna be a proof that I can work for your side as well. About the fact that the Anjin is forced to stay here, to work for them. I think that now he accepted his fate, even if he didn't give up, you know, on his ambition, the fact that he wants his ship back, he wants his crew back. Maybe at the beginning he still thought about living with his crew and his ship, leaving the place, or maybe making things like he wants to do since the beginning, and or maybe he truly believed so. But at the end, he's gonna change his mind because he's spending time with all of these warriors, learning them stuff about the canons, but also learning about their culture, about how to speak Japanese as well. And clearly he's getting closer to Mariko, so he can fall in love with her as well, because she fall in love with him. She's lying to herself. All of that thing about, I just wanted for you to spend a good time. To others, say that to others, girl. Is it enough, you know, for her to give up on the fact that she wants to kill herself and all? I'm not sure. We still don't know the truth about what happened to her dad, all of the circumstances and all. Clearly it's something that we need to discover before the end of this season. But because we don't know about it, I don't know if her love for the guy can be enough for her to give up on that thing. I'm wondering also about the religious aspect, which is so important into this show, and for her, right there she totally forgot about it, and It's a little weird that these two forgot about it when it was so important when they met. You know, that the first thing that he told her, you believe in that God, I don't believe into that God, and I hate people who believe into that God. And same for her, she was mad at him because of it. Suddenly they both forgot about it. That's a little weird, but I think that we're gonna come back to it during a proper episode which is gonna turn around religion. I really think that we're gonna have that at some point. I'm not against these two being together, and that relationship was well built during these 4 first episodes, so I'm not against it now, because I was against it during the first episode, because at least I saw that Mariko, she's gonna have more to offer to the show, she's not just a love interest, so I appreciate that. But I don't want for her, during the next episodes, to turn to be only a love interest. I want to keep that thing which is making her a good character, and not just that. Fuji-Sama, I really appreciate her. Finally, we have a second feminine character, which is interesting because of that story with her husband, baby, the fact that they were forced to get killed, to kill themselves, I don't know how to say it. And the fact that she didn't want to work for the Anjin, and she accepted for 6 months, and right there she's serving him. She just gave her father swords, and she was searching also for something to do with her life. Like, really, I think that her character can be also interesting to follow, to see her evolution. It's cool. Like I said, the engine is beginning to change. Maybe it's gonna take a little more time, but it's beginning to change. And he's really teaching them stuff which are important. The fact that he's learning all of that about the cultures and the words and all, it's cool. I don't know what they want to do with that character, you know, the nephew, the fact that he wants to rule that place at some point, the fact that he has that mistress encouraging him to do so. I have the impression that at some point the guy is gonna be really important, but for now, I have trouble to see it. It's really a cool show that I love to watch, and not because it's entertaining, you know, we have a lot of things happening into each scene, not because I love the characters, I connected fully with them and all, not at all. I still have trouble to learn their names, and really it's happening with a lot of shows. I really have issues with names. I remember the roles, I remember all of what they do, all of what they say, I remember really what they were wearing and all, but their names, I have issues with names into my personal life as well. Like, for some of my, you know, great, I think that you're saying in English, uncles and aunts, sometimes I have really to focus to remember which one is named how. I have issues, so really, don't take that personally. It's really also into my personal life that I have issues with names. I'm giving nicknames, you know, to people even into my personal life. But yes, I'm not connecting to this show because of the characters, because I love them, or because it's really entertaining and I'm spending a good time, you know, listening or just being excited and all. But it's really because of the story, the historical aspect, the political aspect also, for how it's written. I'm always waiting, okay, what is gonna be the next step if you're doing that, so what it's gonna mean for the future, for that situation and all. I'm really watching it for the story. It's pretty cool. I love it. And not the story, for sure the story with a big H, but the story also, the story with a little h, like really what is gonna happen, I want to follow it. That's pretty cool. And it's cool to be back also with historical shows. To be into something totally different, also another culture. I'm gonna repeat it, I think, into each video that I make for each episode. The costumes, guys, for me, they make more than half of the job to really push me, you know, put me into that universe and make me believe that it's for real and I'm involved, you know, into what is happening. A lot because of the costumes. The costumes are amazing. I really hope that they got awards for it. They are wonderful. The costumes, the objects, all of that. The sets are cool, for sure the sets are cool. But for me, like really, the costumes and the objects, like, so cool. Okay, I'm gonna stop this review right now. I will see you for another episode on another day. So it's all for you and for me for today. So it's all for me for now. So bye for now. Bye. I was really like comfortable on my couch right now in front of you. Like now that I sit, I was really talking to you, being like that, like I'm spending a good time. And oh, soon I'm gonna be like, hey, what's up? I'm sorry for that. I was getting too comfortable.
Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me that you built a time machine?
Great.